Namaskar. I'm Harpreet Kaur and I welcome you all to our live and interactive session. You are watching us on PME Vidya, channel number 6, and also on our YouTube handle NCERT Official. This session is meant for our young learners of class 6, and the subject that we are taking up today in this session is English. We are going to learn about one interesting unit from your textbook. This is unit number 4, titled Health and Wellness Yoga, a Way of Life. Well, I'm sure we all are, well versed with what yoga is, and it is playing a significant role in, keeping us healthy, and not just about physical health. We're talking about mental health as well. It's a way of life, as the title says. So, if you have any questions, any suggestions, any feedback, anything that you want to share after your experiences, please feel free to get in touch with us. How you can do that? Please take down our number. This is 8800440559. Our email ID is tth.class6@ciet.nic.in. And on our YouTube handle NCERT Official, you can also let us know whether you practice yoga every day or not, whether it's a way of life for you or not. And what else? Well, there's a lot more that we're going to learn in the session. And for that, I am joined by two guests. So let me welcome Dr. Amit Ranjan, Assistant Professor English from CIET NCERT, New Delhi. So namaskar and very warm welcome to
Namaskar.
you.
Thank you very much.
And we both are accompanied by our Indian Sign Language interpreter, Mr. Dev Malik. Dev, namaskar and very warm welcome to you too. Now, sir, before you actually start about yoga, a way of life, tell me, it's yoga or yoga? This is something that creates confusion in lots of minds out there.
It's yog, of
Yoga.
course, or yoga.
Hmm.
You have to pronounce it full because so the mispronunciation or the confusion happens because of the British colonizers' mispronunciation,
Okay.
and which is not really a mispronunciation because they were trying to incorporate Sanskrit words into English,
Hmm.
and in Sanskrit the last uh, consonant is completely voiced
Okay.
along with the vowel, so it's yoga.
Yoga. Okay.
And so because yoga is masculine,
Hmm.
and if it's a feminine or gender neutral term like asan, yogasan,
Hmm.
which is a neuter,
Yeah.
then it will be asanam.
Asanam. Okay. But do
So
we all
in
know that yoga is more than just asanam?
of course, it's a lot of things, which is what this chapter is about,
Hmm.
and because there's a multidisciplinary approach to
Yes.
things now, so this is included in the English text. So this is a good way to introduce young minds
So are we
to
going
this
to
idea.
perform some asanam here?
No, not we don't have sufficient time,
Okay.
but of course there are shows that we have in which viewers can watch.
Yes.
So this is from the unit 4 of class 6, which is health and wellness and fitness. So this portion is there, and it's also interesting because of certain grammatical uses in English. We just talked about
Yeah.
grammatical uses in Sanskrit, and we'll be discussing that as well.
Wow.
Some
Lovely. We're looking
interesting
forward.
of words ending with ce and se and all of that. We'll see as we go along.
And I think it's very important, this topic, for everybody out there who's watching us and not just our learners, that yoga is certainly a way of life and how that you will explain to us.
Exactly. First of all, the word itself.
Hmm.
The word comes from the Sanskrit root yuj, which means to join or unite,
To
which
unite.
in
Okay.
Hindi language also, and in multiple Indian languages, yog means a sum, S-U-M, not S-O-M-E, but S-U-M, addition of all things.
Okay, yes,
uh,
some.
when everything comes together. So the
Hmm.
unity of mind and body,
Hmm.
mind, body, and soul.
So,
When
yeah,
you achieve that, that is yoga. That's
yoga.
the
Okay.
addition, sum total of all your faculties, all
Okay.
your yeah. So it's this chapter has this unit has three sections, which has a story, a poem, and a section on yoga.
Mm-hmm.
So we are going to discuss this part today. And the others we can in subsequent sessions.
Sessions, right, sir.
So as we all know very well, and as we just discussed, yoga is a physical, mental, spiritual practice that originated in ancient India, and now there is a World Yoga Day also on
Yes,
June 21st, which
26th
was
June.
ratified by the United Nations. So yoga symbolizes the unity of mind and body, thought and action, And it's not just about our individual selves, but connecting with our environment, connecting with our surroundings, with our nature. So it's also the harmony between human and nature.
Purush or Prakriti, as they say in Hindi.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So and we are seeing all around us what with climate change and everything, because we have exploited nature so much, how
Hmm.
there are devastating floods that are happening, and there's several deep analysis of how we have overused our resources. So this is also yoga, when we understand how to balance not just the elements in our body, but what we are made of. We are made of the panch bhautik tattva,
Panchtattva, yeah.
which is from the nature. So we have to learn how to respect that and learn how to respect nature and take only as much from nature as is essential for us and not overuse it for
Hmm.
our greed.
Because generally people think yoga only means performing certain exercises or asanam as they call it.
Oh, that's just that. Those are just the techniques. It's a much deeper philosophical idea of um, respecting, mutual respect, and also to be at a higher plane where you learn how to respect others as yourself, as you
Right.
respect
But
yourself.
who started it?
Patanjali, this great stage. Of course, it must have existed probably before
Hmm.
Patanjali also, but Patanjali, the great sage, formalized it. He wrote the Yoga Sutras, which describe both the asana aspect of it, or the physical aspect of it, as well as the spiritual and the mental aspect of it in Yoga Sutra, which is also mentioned over here. Sage Patanjali systemized the ancient tradition,
Hmm.
so it existed before him. He described yoga as the means to quiet the mind and free it from distractions, because there's a mind thinks so fast and it
Yeah.
rambles in so many directions. So to be able to focus it, ध्यान केंद्रित करना
Yeah.
जिसको कहते हैं, and to free it from distractions, so that we can function much more effectively within ourselves and without
You mean to
ourselves.
say meditation is also part of yoga?
Absolutely. Meditation is essential to yoga. In
Okay.
any yoga session that you go to, it eventually ends with a session of meditation.
Okay.
Right. And as we've seen, yoga has become increasingly popular around the world due to its many health benefits, with all the urbanization, the stress of urban life, and the modern jobs that are there, and also the bombardment by AI, by social media, and so on. People feel very lost and depressed,
Yeah.
lonely. In fact, the more connected we are in the world, the more lonely we are.
Oh, yes.
And so the world in the West also is taking up yoga in a big way. And in fact, there are lots of serious practitioners in the West as well.
Yeah, and there are terms like power yoga these days, or
There are,
certain other forms of
of
yoga.
course, there are many variants
Hmm.
in India and abroad. And
Yes.
they also have things like Pilates.
Yeah.
But on our home turf, we have ancient practices like Hatha Yoga and
Ashtang yoga.
Shtang Yoga. B.K. Iyengar also developed his own methods with the traditional yoga, for
And so
example.
there was something that I learned of late that now in hospitals where patients require physiotherapy, now it's being replaced by yoga.
Yeah, not exactly
Not yeah,
replaced,
but to
but
great extent.
complementary,
Yes.
like to extract the benefits of various practices that
Yes,
we
of
know of.
course.
So these are some of the benefits,
Hmm.
and this is all in our chapter. Your postures help to stretch and strengthen the muscles, increase flexibility, endurance, and balance.
Hmm.
So all things that we need for physical well-being and thereby mental well-being.
Okay.
And it can also help to, the more flexible you are, the better oiled your machine is, the better it is. So it helps in reducing pains such as lower back pain, which develops due to our sedentary lifestyles because of sitting long hours, either in classrooms or in office jobs, and so on.
And
So
people
it's very
from,
useful for
yeah,
managing stressful
many chronic
modern life.
diseases,
Absolutely.
illnesses rather.
So it's a lifestyle. It has to be
Yeah.
built into life to avoid bad habits. So it's a
Yes.
good habit that should replace bad habits for people.
Right.
Yeah.
So you also do yoga?
Yeah, I do practice. I have to do it better.
Okay.
And we also will keep looking at words that come up in endurance is a word that came up just now,
Hmm.
which is the capacity to continue without giving up. It's about longevity, It is about sustenance, about sustaining. We hear a lot about sustainable development
Yes,
these days, but so that's what
it's
sustaining
a very hot term.
longevity.
Hmm.
When we have the ability to go on without breaking down.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what are the benefits? The benefits for the mind. There are lots of breathing exercises which top athletes of the world, like Novak Djokovic, use.
Hmm.
He also does yoga.
Hmm.
He's 24th-time Grand Slam winner,
Oh,
and
yes.
he swears by it. He says
Wow.
it calms his mind, reduces stress and anxiety. Um, and of course, if you are a regular practitioner of yoga, it boosts your immunity, supports heart health, which is also a serious concern these days with even people in corporate jobs having heart conditions at a young age. It's because we are not physically active,
Hmm.
and yoga helps to balance out different faculties of the body.
Also, students out there, they're taking too much pressure these days, and parents also, they need to be yoga practitioners along with their kids.
Absolutely, it's good for everyone,
Yeah.
and it's a lifelong habit. If you inculcate it, one will always remain healthy and fairly happy.
Yes.
And also, the problems with obesity these days, of eating junk food and
Hmm.
so on. And a regular practitioner of yoga is able to lose weight and maintain overall health.
Great.
Yeah. Then our chapter also talks about a yoga app called World Health Organization's M Yoga app, which
Hmm.
was launched in 2021 with free video and audio guides to which encourages yoga practice worldwide. So you
Okay.
can check this out. And of course, there are multiple YouTube channels and so on. But because this is World Health Organization, one of the most important organizations of the world, therefore, this is mentioned in our chapter. And
And you know the what is the which one is the best and the most easiest, or I would say easiest asanam is the
mm,
shavasana.
yeah,
You don't have to do anything. You just relax.
yeah, and that's what I said at the end of every session.
Yeah.
Generally, they do the teachers teach Shavasana or ask their students to go into it because it's meditative. It also relaxes. All the stretching is
Yes.
undone, and the body balances itself.
Balances the wear and tear that's been done.
And the thing about yoga is that it can be practiced anytime.
Anywhere,
Um,
yeah. Even
it
while
is
sitting, you can practice yoga
absolutely. There
asanams.
are various asanams that you can do at any given point of time, and if you are well read in it, you would know which ones to do at which time. And of course, it doesn't need any aids. It doesn't need any props, so to say.
And I think it has everything to do with your breath,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, breathing is very important, and like I said, top athletes of the world also are following it, and especially the breathing exercises to calm themselves down
Hmm.
in high stress situations, and they have to play games for 4 5 hours more.
Yeah.
In our chapter, also we have a shlok from Hatha Yog Pradipika,
Hmm.
and which people think is Hearth Yoga because it's often they read it in English as HATH or H, but it's
Hmm.
Hatha Yoga. And so we have one couplet from here, which is Hatasya Prathamangatva Asanam Purvam Uchyate Kuryat the Asanam Stharyam Arogyam Chalaghavam, which is Hatasya Hat Ke Pratham. So it says that the first thing that is talked about in Hat is the asanam. Why? Because it is used Kuryat the asanam. When you do asans, what do you get? You get stharyam, sthirta,
Okay.
which is steadiness, arogyam, which
Hmm.
is freedom from diseases,
Diseases, yeah.
and cha is or, which means and,
Mm-hmm.
ang Laghvam, which is light. You'll feel light, weightlessness of the
Oh,
body.
wow.
So this shlok about Hatha Yoga says that it gives you steadiness, it gives you good health,
Hmm.
and it gives you
Keeps your
lightness,
weight in
weight.
check. Yeah.
Not just it's not about weight; it's about feeling light. We feel
Feeling
heavy
lighter.
in life, right?
Oh,
Even if you may be lightweight, so to say, but you can feel heavy.
yeah.
So it'll make you feel light. It'll make you feel good,
Yes.
right? It's about the heart as much as it's about the mind.
Hmm.
Your heart will feel light. So it's a very good shlok to
Yes, indeed.
remember.
Actually, it's covering all the aspects of fitness. What fitness looks like, whether it's physical, mental, or totally related to your soul's peace.
Right. Now, so it's a short chapter because it's just an introduction to yoga.
Yeah.
But let us look at
Yes,
this.
there is this exercise. I'm sure we'll
Now
do
let
it.
us do some mental yoga
Mental yoga, indeed. And you
about
can also
English grammar.
participate. Please do send us your messages and on our YouTube handle. I'll try to attempt some of it and I can go wrong because I'm a student. So you also do not worry about the failures. I think this is also something that yoga teaches us.
Absolutely. So
Okay.
let us look at the exercise in our book,
Hmm.
and you'll try to fill it
Yes.
with the words given over here. Read the passage and fill in the blanks with words from the box.
Hmm.
Yoga is a practice that not only improves physical flexibility but also improves mental
Health.
health.
Okay.
Very good.
Hmm.
Because mental health is a serious concern these days,
Yeah.
and it leads to a healthier
Lifestyle.
lifestyle. Very good. It involves a series of asanas which increase muscular
Strength.
strength. We talk about
Yeah.
the strength of muscles all the time. We just did.
Yeah.
Practicing yoga also leads to better body and mind
Balance.
balance. We also talked about balancing the
Yes.
mind and body and soul, and reduces body pain such as the lower back.
Hmm.
Moreover, the focus on breathing techniques and meditations makes the mind
Calm.
calm, and it lessens,
Yeah.
and then it lessens,
It lessens stress.
it lessens stress. Very good, and improves the quality of
Sleep.
sleep.
Okay.
Once you are less stressed, you can
Yeah.
sleep better.
True.
This helps to adopt a more positive lifestyle. So very good. So
I scored good.
you scored 100 on 100.
Thank you. All right.
Absolutely.
Let's move
Okay.
ahead.
Now, there's one more exercise over here. Read the extract given below and focus on the highlighted words.
Hmm.
The app Who Am Yoga contains a collection of video and audio files to teach and support yoga practice.
Mm-hmm.
The aim was to have an easy to use and free tool for people across the world to encourage them to practice yoga.
Hmm.
You see, there are two spellings in bold:
Yeah.
practice with Practice, and the other one is Practice.
Hmm.
So you see the difference over here, and this is what we'll focus on in a minute.
Okay.
One is a noun. Yoga practice is a noun clearly,
Hmm.
and the other one is practicing yoga, which where you practice is a verb.
Yeah. Okay.
And you see the spelling changes
Hmm.
between the noun and the verb from CE to SE.
Okay. Yes.
And our text says the word practice and practice sound the same but have different spellings and
Hmm.
usage. So they sound the same, but they do not quite sound the same. Huh? So it'll be yoga practice and practice yoga.
Practice. Okay.
So there's a
Hmm.
Z buzz to the verb,
Yes.
which we'll also see. So we can use the overhead camera. There are more
Okay.
words
Yes.
like this.
Of course, you can write down and the viewers will see. Right.
Yeah. So we saw practice,
Hmm.
and can you guess some other words which are
Yes. Yeah.
can you
Okay.
guess some other words
Oh, yes. Any other word?
of this kind where the noun is ends with CE and the verb ends with SE?
Okay.
Okay, I'll tell you.
Dance?
No,
No.
dance dance remains the same.
Okay. What else? You tell me then.
Okay, let's see.
Hmm.
These are the words. Device.
Hmm.
Um, so for example,
Devices.
this computer is a device.
Device. Yes. It's an
and
equipment.
and device
Or
becomes
to
the
design something.
device becomes the verb. I devised a
This
plan.
device.
I
Yeah.
devised a plan to teach this lesson this way today.
Oh,
So
wow.
that is DEVISE. Okay.
Yes.
Then advice. So because
Hmm.
device and advice are close, I mentioned them. So
Yes. Advice you
I
give them.
got an advice.
Hmm.
I got a suggestion from someone. I
And you advised somebody.
advised
ADY.
somebody. SED.
ADVISED. Yes.
SED. Okay. Um, then license. I got my car's license.
And you are licensed to do that?
James Bond is licensed to kill.
Hmm.
Right? But in American spellings, this changes. For example, in American spellings, both will be SE, but we follow the
British English.
British English largely in India because of our
Hmm.
history with Britain. So these are few words like this. Then there's also an interesting word, which is a new word for you, which is prophecy. Prophecy is, as a noun, means anything in which the future is being told.
Hmm.
So Nostradamus made a prophecy that this will happen in 2025.
Wow.
Okay.
Now,
But
there's
as a
another
verb,
word that's coming to my mind, whether I don't know. First of all, you
sure.
complete this thing.
So as a verb, this will become prophecy. ESY.
Prophecy, yeah.
So, for example, in the play Julius Caesar by Shakespeare, there's a soothsayer who prophesies, which is ES, prophecies, and he says, beware the Ides of March. Julius Caesar meets him on the Ides of March, which is 15th of March,
Hmm.
and says, the Ides of March are come. The soothsayer says, aye, but
Now,
not.
what about
Wait a second, let me complete my.
Yeah, sorry.
So the soothsayer says, aye, but not gone. And
Hmm.
that's the day Julius Caesar gets killed. So
Wow.
we'd say
Prophecy.
the soothsayer made a prophecy as a
Hmm.
noun, and as a verb, we'll say the soothsayer prophesied that
Prophesied.
Julius Caesar would
Okay.
die on Ides of March.
Now, sir, what I want to ask you is that in American English, whatever they speak, they write the similar way.
No,
Then,
English is never written in a similar way. It's just
Hmm.
that as it just became a trend that they thought of some things as phonetic.
Okay.
The way they speak is the way they write, but English is such a vast language and so much borrowed from many different languages that it's just not possible to do that.
Okay.
But yeah, in some words they've attempted to do that. But even there, it's not clear traditionally whether CE would sound sir or
Okay.
SE would sound sir. So Americans decided it'll be that way. So that's the only thing. It's their history of last 400 years
All right.
in their this thing.
And then, sir,
There
what
are
about
other
produce
words
and produce?
that remains the same.
That remains the same.
That remains the
Okay.
same. These are because these are Latin derivatives. So I'm not going into the
Yeah.
etymology part of it. That will become a little too complicated for class
Okay.
6 students. Then
Hmm.
there are a few words which end in se, but their pronunciation is different in the noun and the verb form,
Okay.
and which are very simple words, and we don't generally think about it. For example, as a noun, it is use is use.
Use. Oh,
This is of great use to me, and
not
not
use.
use the way we
Oh.
say it. It's not. So if you can see it, and so there is a Z sound when we use the verb form. I'm used to it, the verb form,
Oh.
or I will use the bottle to drink water is use with a Z, whereas when you say this is of great use to me, that is S sound,
Okay.
use.
Use and use.
Similarly, abuse.
Hmm.
Um, there is a lot of abuse of nature happening.
Okay.
Abuse, but we are abusing nature.
Hmm.
That is the verb form. So this is something interesting to remember in terms of pronunciations and
Yeah.
how we an enunciation of words.
Right, sir. Now we do not have enough time left, sir. So is there anything else that you would
Yeah,
like
yeah,
to share?
sure. We
Yeah.
have
Very
couple of
quickly.
minutes. So, so we saw, as we can see in our PowerPoint, we just saw advice and advice also. So, an example is my teacher gave me good advice, doctors advise eating healthy food. So, roughly these kind of words are also called homophones, even though, like I said, there's a clear distinction,
Hmm.
advise and advise. There's a Z
Z.
buzz to the verb, and it's very useful to remember for your future.
Okay.
So, the examples of sentences over here, my teacher gave me good advice, doctors advise eating healthy food. Now, homophones are words which sound similar
Hmm.
but have different meaning. So we'll see some more. Effect and
Effect.
affect.
Yeah. That I
So
know.
effect is something which affects you. So
Yes.
they mean the same in a roundabout way. The medicine had a quick effect.
Yes.
An effect is lack of sleep will affect your health.
You're getting
So your
affected by it.
health will be affected
Yes.
if you do not. Right. Stationary and stationary.
Yeah.
So
Very
stationary
common.
with an ARY, the car was stationary at the signal is something which is stationed,
Yes.
which has stopped at a
Stopped at
point,
one point.
and stationary,
School stationery.
school stationery, and so on.
Okay.
Um,
It's quite
and
interesting.
this has got a very interesting history, which I'll wrap up in a minute.
Yes.
Which is any word ending with an ARY denotes the quality of it. For example, revolutionary is something which can create a revolution.
Okay.
Secondary school is something which will come second in our this things.
Right.
Primary means which will come first,
Hmm.
and so on. So ARY indicates that.
Okay.
So anything which is stationed, which has stopped, is stationary. The
Hmm.
other word has very interesting word why it's that way. So station, which here means a railway station,
Oh.
and ER
Hmm.
is somebody who does something. Player.
Yes.
Player, ER.
Yes.
Play with ER means somebody who plays. So somebody who stations is stationer. Somebody who's at the railway station is a stationer.
Stationer.
Like
Okay.
chai wala, no?
Oh.
Is how do I say it? Okay, so somebody at the station is stationer, and the quality, the abstract noun quality, will become stationary. So
Okay.
the things that a stationer keeps is stationary. Therefore, the spelling of ERY. It's a long, complicated history of
Yes,
why it
but
is that way. But remember that anything ending in ARY denotes the quality of being that. So the quality of being stopped is stationary, will always be ARY, and then you will naturally remember that the other one has to be ERY.
ERY. I mean, it's quite interesting. And you said that every word is derived from something. There is a history, but unfortunately, we do not have enough time in this session. But we learned a lot of new things, and the way you teach, you actually, make the other person think through things. So thank you so much for your time and
Thank you so
contribution to the
much. Thank
session.
you.
Of course, I'm going to practice this a lot, and it's going to add up not just to my vocabulary, but also to my knowledge of the English language, which is not very funny. Anyway, so with this, I'm wrapping up the session here. And let me tell you about the textbooks now, which are available on Amazon, Flipkart, and NCERT website, talking about grade 4 and 7. Please go and grab your copies from there and take a quick look at the schedule. So we are through with a session of English. In a short while from now, you can watch our session on Samajik Vigyan. 4 to 5 p.m. is the time for our online training program. And this week, we're talking about digital wellness. And we will end the day with our session, Sahyog. With this as a wrap, this is me, Harpreet Kaur, taking leave of you. And we'll join you soon. Namaskar.